All right. Next up, Brandon Dorlus. We get Brandon's stuff up here from Oregon. All right, the numbers on Brandon Dorlus. Ooh, this is long. 2019, 81 snaps. 2020, 259. 2021, 665. 2022, 651. Then last year, 587. Um, I just give you his total sacks for all, what's that, 5 years? 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11 sacks. Now, a lot of pressures. They had 46 pressures last year and the year before that. 42 pressures is his third year. And played a lot that last year for last, and I don't want to say junior senior because he's got so many years up there. But he's a little different from any of these other guys that we talked about. And I want to see if you're going to say the difference what I saw in Brandon. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, for me, he's more of a defensive tackle for me.
Yes. Yes.
He mostly rushed on the inside. That's not to say that he can't rush on the outside, but primarily what you want him to do is be that inside guy, interior disruptor, and really have those advantages over guards because he tested well, but he doesn't have the burst, he doesn't have the bend to really threaten offensive tackles on the outside. So I think with him, his home is definitely on the inside for the majority of his snaps.
Yeah, I think he can play five, but I think he's a three tech.
Yeah,
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 I think he can play five, but I think his natural position is a three tech.
yeah, and not only does his play style match with that because he's another guy just on maybe not as explosive as Braylon, well, definitely not as explosive as Braylon Trice, but he's a guy who relies on that physicality, that power in the run game, in the pass game. So I just, to me, he's a guy that's on the inside, and I wouldn't necessarily lump him up with the edge prospects in this.
Right. And he in all the publications that I've seen, he's lumped in with the edge. But when I turned on his film, I was like, he probably shouldn't have been with this group.
Hmm.
But since we had already, put our stuff together, I went on ahead and did it anyway. But the notes I got for him is he's more of a three technique than an edge, but can play edge. So he has position flexibility, which is key in multiple defenses. So that means, different defensive schemes he can kind of go and play there. Plays with his hands extremely well. He's strong and has quick hands. He has that shock factor with his lower body, and he can knock defenders back, which helps him, do what he does between the guards. He's a block destructor, meaning he takes guards and resets the line of scrimmage. But he also when in pass rush situations, he has the quick hands to get rid of guards and get pressure too. And it's like, and I saw him first versus Colorado, and again, so anytime I saw people versus Colorado, I charged it like it's Colorado. They lines up, but then I saw him do it versus other teams. I'm like, okay, he legit, and he was a big part of Oregon's success defensively too. The last note I got for him is he needs to work on his moves. He doesn't have a bag full of pass rush moves, but now that I think about it and say that when reading his notes, if he's gonna be an interior pass rush, he ain't got to have this huge bag. It's gonna be power. It's gonna be push the pocket from the inside. If he was an edge guy, he would need a full bag. But the more he can get, the more he can do, the more he get paid in the NFL. So I say he don't need a full bag, but if he can get a full bag, it's gonna be better for his pockets.
Yeah, and then as you can see with that green right there, he's going to have the athletic advantage over pretty much every guard. So
Yes.
you couple in that athleticism, and then also the power that he has, and you can
Mm-hmm.
have something special with him on the inside.
All right, because look at that broad jump too. That
Hmm.
explosiveness right there.
Yep.
Like he was not only was he quicker than the guards, he was just as strong, or if not stronger than them also,
Hmm.
which is rare that you get that. Because most guards are squatty bodies and they power lifters. They extremely thick in the lower extremities, and he was moving them, like they wasn't nothing. Like they wasn't nothing. And it helps that he went probably against one of the best interior linemen every day in practice too in JPJ.
I thought you were gonna say solid.
You trying to get us off track. You trying to get us off track. But that's Brandon Dorlus from Oregon Ducks, 6'3", 290-pound defensive end / 3 tech. But and then his RAS score, I think this is the best RAS score we didn't saw today. 8.58. Let me see. Height 6'3", weight 283, and he's been the heaviest so far too. His explosive grade is good. His speed was good. Ran a 4.85 at
283.
At 283. So he didn't need to lose all that weight to still run that good, unlike Braylon. So, and like I said, I like his position flexibility.
And he got it. I know we're talking about this year, but he got a teammate named Jordan Birch, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be talking about him next year.
He was an edge, or he was a D tackle too.
He was edge, and then kicked in a little bit on the inside, but primarily edge.